Give Us 2 Minutes We Done podcast, where we have our co-host Charles Kane, the referee, and Mike Washington, my other partner. We back to talking terms here. We have special guest on tonight, Dawn Womack and her son Landon.
Okay.
We got the mother and son duo.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool.
You know, Todd never gives up last names. He just think everybody. What do you know his last name? Did you do any research?
What he puts up there, Charles. You know, I mean, look, he puts Landon. I'm gonna say Landon. If he puts his last name, I'm gonna call him by his name.
I mean, it's all good.
But did you say Dawn Womack?
It's not for you, Todd. It's for the public.
No, but I mean, did Todd introduce you as Dawn Womack? Did he say Dawn Womack?
Yes. You know, she had her name out there.
Okay, I'm just listening to Charles. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, but Landon's last name is not Womack.
That's right.
You see, Todd he don't do his homework. That's all.
You know what? That's all right.
On short, Todd. On short.
That's all right. You know, all our teams have been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I got a little bit whatever, you know, like, you know, the bottom dropped out for the Lions, so I've been kind of out of it anyway. And the bottom dropped out for you really bad last week for you. Y'all got the feeling how
you were really digging in there, weren't you? You just had to.
It was a rough week last week.
Stick the knife in there and twisting around a little bit.
You know,
that's the kind of that. Never mind. But anyway, he's only feeling that. He's feeling that kind of way because our team eliminated them. Now, had it been another team, he'd be like, "Oh man, I was kind of pulling for y'all." But he kind of knew before the show ended a couple weeks ago that their season had ended the same time the show ended. That's for sure. So
and that's why he's been on a break for a couple weeks.
Yes.
So, you know, we're playing with the third string defense. You're not going to win a championship with the third
have
string
mercy.
defense.
Here we go with the excuses.
Everybody was on the
Here we go with the excuses.
Our coach didn't even know the names of his players, man.
Okay,
so like, who are you? You off the street? Hey, you playing safety tonight? I mean, you know, everybody was banged up. 13 people on defense. Come on, man.
Wow.
Speaking of defense, did the Washington Redskins have a defense?
Is that so?
Don't talk about don't know the names.
Exactly.
Todd. You can't say that about anybody.
Right. So because we had
including Landon, apparently.
I know, man. I'm trying to, you know, you put your name on the thing. I'm trying to respect the name. If you don't put it on there, I'm not gonna go outside of that. You may not be called by that.
Hey, somebody might be looking for him. Is that what you're saying?
And you know what I'm saying? But you know, talking about the game.
Yes.
What did you guys think about that? You know, Eagles. Unless you want to start with the other, we'll let that one be the last one. The Eagles and the Redskins game. What did y'all think about that?
Eagles and the Commanders. Respect our name, man. Respect
my bad.
Name.
My bad.
Okay, respect our
Commanders. You know, old habits die hard. My bad, bro.
I call them Redskins sometimes too, but so I'm start off by saying this. I was very surprised. For one. You know, it was kind of funny because all week long, my dad kept talking about how they was talking about Ed Hockley and his gang always call it for the Eagles. But fair enough, the first half, we didn't have too many penalties called amongst us. And then the second half, I guess he went in and looked at his bets and decided they would start throwing their flags because it was a couple of times that they was holding flags back because on the big play that they had to Brown, Saquon Barkley was holding Charles Kane favorite player Frankie Louvu like he was holding for his life, and I was like, man, they're not gonna call that holding call right there, but you know. You can call holding all game long on both teams. You know what I mean? Because that's just the nature of the beast. They're holding a lot of times, but when it's obvious is when they actually pull the flags out. But I was disappointed a couple of times when they called a pass interference after the fact. I mean, you know, if you're gonna call it. But you know, you wait to see if the guy can catch the ball, and then you call pass interference.
But you guys had turnovers, bro. You flat out the turnovers.
Well, absolutely. We had 3 fumbles, and then interception was non and void.
Well, the interceptions because you got to do what you got to do. I mean, you have to do something, right? But before that, those penalties really cost you guys because I think had you not have had that fumble in the
first penalties or the fumbles,
the fumbles. I think the fumbles. I think the fumble in that first half. Had he not fumbled and you guys scored, I think it would have been a tighter game. You might have pulled it off.
Well, it wasn't so much as fumbling because he's fumbling on our own side of the ball. So in other words, if you're gonna fumble on your own 30-yard line, and you're talking about the Eagles, we got 30 yards to score. That's crazy. Now if we'd have fumbled on the Eagles 10-yard line, they'd have come back 90 yards. You go 30 yards, it's crazy. So yes, those fumbles really did hurt us. You know what I mean? And with that being said, the first I should say the second time we played the Eagles, we actually gave up 5 turnovers and still won the game. But that wasn't going to happen.
The Eagles seem to, I think, have your number, bro.
Nah, the Eagles don't have our number. But I'm gonna tell you whose number we do have. That's for sure. Now, if he's talking about numbers,
oh man,
because let me tell you something.
Third string defense. That's what happened. The third string
defense. He's talking about third. He keep on coming up with these excuses. And so if you're gonna do that, then
our quarterback didn't show up.
Your quarterback didn't show up because your quarterback was scared. So we had offensive linemen missing, we had defensive linemen missing, and so I mean, you can put the excuses up all you want.
We got the yellow flag.
My whole thing is, what's the yellow flag, Charles?
A yellow flag is there were two games. All right, you can continue on the Washington.
Well, I
game.
wasn't finished. I was going to end by just saying that he couldn't wait until this show. And as you notice, I ignored him the whole game, Dawn and Landon. The whole time he was throwing little under the belt shots. I was like, okay. That was
you didn't respond.
Never.
Red flag.
Never.
Red flag.
Red flag. I
Does that mean he's
Mike.
done?
I understand, Mike, but you can keep those comments in the 2-minute warning.
You don't tell me what I'm gonna say in my 2-minute warning, man.
No, you.
If you're telling me you want to move on, that's cool. You ain't gonna tell me what I'm gonna say in my 2-minute warning.
Now I see why they trying to do me down. I understand why they stole people out of the game, and I'm on your side. And you're acting like that Houston player right now that charged at the coach.
So Landon, what do you think about this, man? Why we have the referee almost put a 15-yard penalty on Mike here? What's your thoughts, man?
Well, I'm catching up with the rivalry. First of all, I feel like there's just still a lot of animosity, and we're still playing the game, the semifinal game with the Lions and the Commanders.
I know,
right? To be honest, it's so distracting. I'm like, that's what I keep laughing about. Like distracting myself, like thinking about the Commanders Philly game in particular. I didn't watch all of it. I was I'm on the dating scene, so.
Well, congratulations there, Landon.
Yeah. Well, let's slow down.
my bad, man. We just going out.
She's cool. Let's not jinx it. You know what I mean? I was digging in and out as I often do. Especially, I got a little. So I was everybody. It was a running joke in my group chats to stop rooting for everyone's team because everybody I said I was pulling for it kept losing.
Oh wow! So were you actually pulling for the Commanders? Were you?
I was. Yeah, I was.
Oh man, you're pulling for the Lions too?
But I was pulling for the Lions before the Commanders beat them.
Oh my word!
Could be throwing a flag
now.
Better every pool for this time.
I was trying to
go against Landon.
Yeah, see what happened. Because I had my lucky hat and everything on, so that now I see what's going on. Landon did that to us. Okay,
hear me out. All right, because I have to explain myself. I knew there was going to be multiple points of having to explain myself. One, Dan Campbell was the tight ends coach at New Orleans when I was there, and one of the best guys I've ever played for, ever met. He's just a meathead football guy through and through.
Wow.
masquerading as a head coach.
Right.
Like he's awesome, right? So like I wanted to see it for him. He was very kind to me when I was there and like helped me get through a training camp. Like gave me some of the best feedback I've ever gotten from anyone. So like I've always been a big Dan Campbell fan, so I had to pull for him.
Wow.
One of the guys I've trained with the combine with, Graham Glasgow, he's one of the guards. He was playing there, so I had a couple reasons. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's my horse. Then they lost.
Right.
And on the AFC side, like some of my best friends are Ravens fans. You know, and I love them. So I'm like, yeah, you know,
and why not? Ravens, they lost too, dude. This is pretty bad, man. Now you guys have a perfect record right now.
Honestly, yeah, I like spin zone. I like where your head's
in reverse.
And then they lost. So and the Bills, and so they lost. So it's been a rough playoff for me, frankly.
So we got the yellow flag. What's up, Charles?
Since Todd, you're playing like you came off the bench hosting the show tonight. So let me get so I'm the backup. So we didn't talk about Buffalo and Kansas City. What Todd, again, you supposed to be running the show, so I'm the backup is off the bench.
Okay.
So what we're going to do in these segments, we're going to Landon and Dawn, and then we're going to come back to Buffalo and Kansas City and next week, and then we're going to the 2 minutes. Can you handle that? You ready to go back in? You came out of the tent. You ain't have a
we came out the tent, man. You know, we got you had to talk to me, man. And like, hey, talk to the dude, man. You haven't been on your game, man. Do a couple interceptions. I got it. All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself, Landon and Dawn. Talk to us. Tell the audience a little bit about yourselves.
Well, ladies first, you know.
Mama.
A little bit about myself. I am a comedian and a showrunner and podcaster. Virginia's for Laughers, a podcast about all things non-hiking in the Shenandoah Valley. If you live here, you get a huge laugh for that. So you guys can laugh at any time too.
I love it.
Yeah. Our company is FWAF Show. FWAF is fun to say, Funny Womack and Friends.
Okay.
And that's because my husband is now a stand-up and we perform solo acts and now as a husband and wife duo act, aka the Funny Womack.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Love that. All right there. Thank you. Just go up and support her.
Yeah, thefunnywomacks.com.
Yeah, Funny Woman, so you can check on her site there and support them. Go out there if they're funny, great comedians.
I got a question.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
I have a question. Hold on.
Sorry about that.
Quick question. That is, are you actually performing in comedy clubs? And if so, where?
Comedy clubs I have, and I'm getting ready to submit. My husband and I are some more in the Shenandoah Valley.
Okay.
There isn't a lot of comedy clubs here. There actually isn't even a comedy club here.
Wow.
So
you make your own comedy.
I make my own comedy and partner with different venues around the valley. So wineries, breweries, the theaters that we have here, farms, indoor, outdoor, in caves. That's probably most notable. Inside a cave once a year. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go see it, folks. It's a real treat for you.
Agreed.
That's cool. Okay.
So Landon, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Sure.
And how you related to this wonderful lady here.
I'll start with that. I guess it all started 31 years ago with her. This is my biological mom. I like to remind people of that because she's 5'4", I'm 6'4".
Wow.
You're a real G. Always will be. Love you.
I live.
I bigger stature, get it from my dad's side. Get the comedy from a little bit of both. I'm more of a group chat comic than anything else. You know, I can send a bunch of memes, but I've never gotten on stage. Mom's always brave. I find her very brave for that. I grew up being in athletics, loved football, kind of came from a football family. So a bulk of my life up until adulthood was around that. Played football at University of North Carolina. Go Heels, forever and always. Chapel Bill era. Pretty excited about that. I have no idea how it's going to pan out, but it's going to be fun.
Bill Belichick's at your alma mater, baby. Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? Well, where's Brady at? Or maybe there's a job opening I could jump into. And I played professionally for a couple years. Was with the Saints mostly for the first two, then hopped around. Spent some months with the Panthers, and then a couple weeks here and there with the Vikings and the Seahawks. And from there, got into software development. I spent about 4 years as a full stack web developer, and then kind of got tired of being in this room, which is windowless, by the way. Really brilliant home office plan by me. Of course, I was going to lose my mind a little bit. Then I recently pivoted, and I'm in software sales, which is a lot more talking to people. There's a lot more fun, a lot more energy for sure. So I love long walks on the beach, play Dungeons and Dragons, and do a lot of nerd stuff, and go to the gym. Like to call myself like a nerdy jock. Meathead with brains.
Yes, love that. Breaking the stereotype, man.
Yeah,
love it. And
so that's some good information if we was actually hooking people up.
With that in mind, I guess we got to talk about this other game, the Bills against the Chiefs.
Yes.
Everybody got quiet on that one. The Chiefs won, obviously, and I just think that in the playoffs, you're going against the GOAT, and sorry, nerves happen, and you don't know what you're gonna have, and things break when the pressure gets high, and Kansas City doesn't seem to break like that.
I'm tired of Kansas City, and let me just say that. Let me put that out there. I'm tired of Kansas City, and I was pulling for the Bills just because of that. Now, hopefully they'll get what they want. I believe that the NFL wants the three-peat, and I guess it probably will happen. And then we can move on with this NFL, because I'm so tired of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, if you're so tired,
as long as Taylor Swift is still there.
Oh Lord.
Oh
Lord.
You gotta have Landon Turner. Find out who's gonna win the Super Bowl.
Well, actually, Kelsey's gonna have to play. See, so if she can keep him out on the field, then you're probably right.
So with that in mind, there, we have, I guess, it was a thrilling game, but then the outcome was still the same, and it was just a lot of bad stuff. And the Bills had a chance to win it. They did.
They really did. That's right.
I mean, they clearly were beating them, and then all of a sudden the nerves got to them. I think, what I'm saying. Whether it was the play call, where the guys, I don't think it was the play call. I think just people were just doing some stuff, and that's what happens sometimes with pressure. Yeah. I mean, Landon, you can talk about pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of intensity on the NFL field, and you're going 100 miles an hour, and stuff be happening.
Yeah, I always like to tell people, like, it's the NFL game shape is like something you'd call it game shape, just because everyone on that field, whether you heard of them or not, is the best football player you've ever played against. It consistently, it's actually insane, and it's exhausting. Practice is exhausting because you can't. There's no like. You could get away with it a little bit in college, but like in the pros is like there's no such thing as like, oh, that's a bench guy like that.
Right. Thank you for saying that, because Todd uses that for an excuse all the time about
hold on. You literally getting dudes off the street. These guys weren't even on a team, man. Dudes off the street.
Landon, please tell them. If the NFL signs you, you're just not a UPS dude, okay?
that is, no. I can tell you, like, it's not NFL, but I forget the name of the guy. I wish I could remember. It's like this white dude that played basketball, and like people were clowning him because he was one of the worst in the NBA, and he got tired of it, and he's like, I'm posting up at the park. I'm going to show you that I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. And then proceeded to just like dog everybody.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's like funny. People do not come off the street.
Yes.
And play in the NFL.
That's right.
It is.
Thank you.
Impossible.
Thank you, because Teddy Bridgewater, between the starter and the bench guy in the NFL.
What's the difference between a starter and a bench guy? Half timing, maybe half a step.
Right.
You know,
and that half a step means a big difference.
Possibly,
number one.
Possibly not knowing all the plays. Possibly.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
possibly his contract.
Well,
money is a factor. How much do they spend on?
But Sean,
not trying to be funny forever.
But I was going to say, I think he's talking about as far as ability, because they're all athletic. That's for sure. Right. So they're all great athletes. Yes. If you on an NFL team, you're a great athlete.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my question is, Landon, what position did you play, Landon?
I played interior O-line, so I was guard and center.
Oh wow, my man.
Yeah, I played guard primarily, but like once you get to a certain level, it's like I just play all of these.
Yeah, man.
He's flattening linemen out there, man.
Hey, I got respect for you, man. That's for sure.
Yeah,
we need a you don't want to play no more?
Well, now
I might be able to hook you up. We look for some new interior linemen.
Sure.
You played offensive line? You said
that'd be great.
You said guard? You said guard?
Yeah, guard. That'd be great. Yeah. You know, I like where your head's at. But the way that my knees are set up, I don't got
look. I'm gonna again.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hey man.
I'm not an old man. I'm not an old man.
I heard you say you're only 31, right?
Yeah, I'm geriatric in football years.
Yeah, man, you younger than my son.
I'm out to pass it. I'm comfortable saying that.
He told you right away, like, bro, my knees can't handle that pressure
man.
anymore.
Hey, man, I understand.
I might be able to take some street ball guys out, but man, the NFL ball is a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So I know we're coming up to the minute, but you know, and things like that, because this is like really, really great. But you know, Landon, what is the most memorable thing you can say that you remember from your NFL career?
Wow, that's a great question. Excuse me. Most memorable thing. Yeah. That's there's a lot of locker room stories that I'm not bringing into, but it's a lot of fun, man. There is one moment that I internalized, but even before I say that, like anytime I get asked that question, I always love to bring it up because there's like flashes, like a little mini montage in a couple milliseconds of all the shenanigans we got, like you get up to with the homies in the locker room, you know, like everybody bought a Switch just to play Mario Kart and just, you know, just talking cash to each other on the plane. Like on some flights, you'd even like, if you like were to stand up and look down the road, there's like 15 switches with everyone like jawing back and forth, playing Mario Kart on the plane. Like little stuff like that kind of stacks up. I think the most like magical moment that is a fun platform to share it on. I don't talk about it very much, but my first season, I made the team my first year in New Orleans. And that first and training camp is brutal. And when it comes down to that final cut, like no news is good news, which is insane, by the way. Right. Insane. If you don't get a phone call, you made the team. It could not be more stressful. You just I'm sitting there like I was calling Zach Streif. He was the right tackle at the time. I was like, I knew what the deadline was, and we were on Central Time. So it's like, you know, in New Orleans on Central Time. So it passes like it's 3:00, and I like the cutoff is 4 in New York at the time. I believe it was. Don't quote me on that, but it's like 3:01, and I wait till like 3:05, and I call him, and I'm like, "Yo, Zach, like nobody called. Just want to check." He's like, "Congratulations, man, you made the team." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "I'll see you on Monday."
That is fantastic. And you blocked for Drew Brees, right?
Yeah, that's just context. That's even the most magical moment. It's like I was an undrafted free agent. I worked so hard to get there. You know, and I was fortunate enough because everyone that's there works hard. Like everyone there, that's not hard work does not at that level. You know, hard work is a requirement, not the key.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to bring all of it. So it's just all the other factors came together, and I was very grateful for that. But the most memorable moment was like being in the tunnel in the Superdome for the first time for a regular season game.
Wow.
It was our first home game, you know, and I mean, I was an undrafted rookie. I didn't push myself to the front. I mean, come on. Right. That was asking for it. It was already, you know, I was already a rookie. But I did nudge like everyone who didn't care. I was like, let me get in front of you, bro. Let me get in front of you.
Yeah. Get my mom on the sideline. Come on, mom. Come on, dad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool, man.
And there's been moments there's been some moments, especially in my football career, but I try to do it in life too, where I get really mindful. Because life's short. I always understood that from an early age, right? So there's times where I've just been like, let me absorb every thought, smell, feeling, sight, sound, and I'm glad that I did, because as I relive this story, I can feel it's like everyone my height or taller, packed into the you can see the helmet out in front of you,
right?
And it's just dark. It's dark for a moment, and then you just see sparkling lights, like you're at a concert, just in the distance. You only see a little bit of it because of the inflatable face mask kind of standing in front of you. And it's got that buzz where it's everything's quiet because it's so loud. People are freaking out, and then you hear the PA system come on, here come your New Orleans Saints, and I'm just sitting here getting strobe lighted. I remember I was shaking because I couldn't you can't believe it. I couldn't believe I did it. I made it.
My man.
And that adrenaline rush of the fog just pushes out from underneath, and here they come, and you're running, and then they do the intros to the starters. And then lights stay down, and then they come up, focus in on Drew, and it's an extended moment, so forgive me, but I'm gonna tell the whole story. So camera's on Drew, he's at the 50-yard line, and puts his arm down, and the stadium shakes from what is, I don't know, I'd have to look up how many people. It was a packed house, on how many people in the Superdome. Who that there gonna beat those Saints? So it's just I don't think you can bottle that type of experience ever again. And I knew that even at the time. So definitely the most exciting. I appreciate the extra time to give some of the details.
And I'm glad you brought that up.
One easy question. Did you play for the Seattle Seahawks when RG3 was playing for us?
That's it was 2019.
2019, okay.
Yeah.
He was there 2012, so 2019.
He had to throw that in there.
No, I want to know because it would have been important. That would have meant he was blocking for Russell Wilson back when they beat us. Actually, you know what I mean? So I'd been like, wow.
Everybody
I was at that game
until this year, man.
No, sir. Well, I'm never mind. Go ahead. Because
I actually my one little Russell Wilson story that I don't get to talk about a lot. And for those of y'all out there who don't know, Russell's a great guy. I think he's always been kind. He's can be a bit of a goober, but I find that endearing.
Right.
But he also was married to Sierra. There was all that drama, and
is she that fine? Is she that fine?
I knew what was going on with all that.
Hey, Landon, was she that fine in real life, man?
Well, I didn't get to meet her in person, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Landon, this guy is.
It's an important question.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, you played for the Seahawks, man. You didn't get that bad. He could bring his wife by and the kids by.
But him and I was training camp. I hop in. He always stayed late, as most quarterbacks do. And I was hanging out because I was in a hotel there. I didn't know where to go. I was when I hopped in the hotel, and I just had to say and pretend. I was like, so you got friends and family? You got family? you got kids?
Right.
And it was just so funny, having a conversation with this man, just all the famous stuff, man. Just pretending. It was yeah. Oh, cool. You had a couple little ones. Yeah, that's cool.
So did you trade any jerseys with any players?
Say again?
Did you trade any jerseys with any players?
I did. I kind of reserved. I traded jerseys with anyone I played against that I played with. So I had two opportunities. They're in the other room over there, but my college roommate played for the Ravens. So that house is actually kind of stacked. Every time I think about it, I forget. But we had 3 NFL guys in that house.
Wow.
So I traded with him, and then one of our linebackers is one of my best friends. still. I was actually supposed to. I got sick last week. Otherwise, I was supposed to hang out with him in Charleston. But Shaquille Rashad he was a linebacker for the Texans. So got a Ravens and a Texans jersey. Did a little jersey swap.
Cool.
Kept a couple helmets.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That's what we talking about here, baby. So yes, I guess we up to the 2-minute drill, Charles.
Wait a minute. Did Dawn talk to us? Come on, man.
Yeah.
I told you.
You told me to stay on it. Now you're telling me
no. I say stay on it, but you're off. You've been off since the beginning of the show. And no, and Don told us that Landon had a hard 9 o'clock.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's 30 minutes away. So that's a hard 30 minutes away.
Yeah, we got about 25 minutes. So we want to take advantage of all this information and excitement. I'm excited to hear all these stories. We know you should at least want to hear him because he has a relationship with your coach, Dan Campbell.
Yeah, but we're gonna bring him back. Land, you got to come back though, man. You act like he's never coming back. Land, you hate our show that much.
I'll come back. Yeah, I'll come through.
Let me know now, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, we're gonna go a whole hour.
Thank you for coming back, Landon.
Yeah.
But
I got one question for Landon. So you know Todd?
No, he don't know Todd. Todd don't even know his last name.
Oh, okay, right. So here's my question. So how were we graced with Landon?
Because I know Charles and Todd.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Don was actually on my other podcast, Mom and Dad Talks. That's how we first met.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we talked about her situation and everything like that. And then
Todd knows a lot of people. I wish he knew that much about football.
Man, that was such a long setup.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming at some point. I knew it was coming because all those text messages I had, and he didn't respond. I knew it was going to happen.
I was looking at him, and I showed my wife. I said, look at this. I said, he don't even know who he playing with right now. I said, but that's how I can be. You know what I mean? Now there's some people that would have been answering them every time. I saw you and Charles going back and forth. A couple of times I was like, nah.
I knew I got you for 1 second. At halftime, I knew you were going to answer me on that one.
Nope. I was eating chili.
All right, let's roll, Todd.
All right, with the 2-minute, Charles, who's going to start it first?
Nah, it's not the 2 minutes. See, you can't keep up with it. You can't, man. You need to go back in the tent. I believe you have a concussion tonight.
Fun. You know what I mean? What day of the week is it?
I don't know what I'm seeing right now, man. I guess
we're supposed to talk about the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Then the 2 minutes.
All right. Okay. So our predictions for the Super Bowl. Who's going to go first? We're going to start with ladies first. Dawn.
Who's gonna win this thing? Is what you're asking?
Yeah, just pick one.
Or who do I want to win it?
Who do you whatever? Who do you want to win?
Okay, I'm gonna answer both. Okay. I think the Chiefs are gonna win it, and I want the Bills to win it because actually, Landon's biological uncle Jim Braxton played for the Bills when O.J. Simpson played.
Oh,
so.
Okay.
Little family connection there.
Gotcha.
A lot of Bills fans in the Braxton Turner family, don't we, Landon?
We do, and that is I'm very proud of it. And that is a great connection. I'm very thankful that you brought it up. I do also have to point out though that the Bills did lose, and that the Eagles are playing the Chiefs in the
Landon, you stole my thunder.
Landon, the most important thing is your pick. Whatever
I told you guys, I don't pay attention anymore because I don't have my baby out there anymore.
It's all good.
You good?
I was up front before we got on this call.
I thought you were just doing comedy.
So.
So with that in mind, Landon, I'm interested to see your pick because I'm picking the opposite of whatever you pick. Go ahead, Landon. Who you think is gonna win, man?
Yeah, right. All right. So
you got a winning streak going around the opposite way.
I want you to know. You know. I want you to know. I have been thinking about this in like how to game the system because everyone I root for loses. Right?
Don't stop now, man.
Right. So if I pick the Chiefs, but I feel like if I pick the Chiefs, I have to root for the Chiefs and find a way to do it. Like I have to gaslight myself to do it. Hear me out though. Okay. Everyone I've selected is lost.
That's what I'm saying. Just pick. You'll be all right.
I mean, I'm picking the Chiefs. Like that. I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm just.
There we go.
Re-explaining myself because this is the sword. Like It's like this is sword I'm falling on. You know what I mean? Like this is my last stand. I'm going out on my shield.
That's right, man. You pick the
mankind.
I'm picking the Eagles just because you picked the Chiefs. Everybody, I'm going against the grain here, man. I'm picking the Eagles because Landon streak will continue. Guys, better bet tonight. Throw some money on them Eagles. All right, Mike. Who you think is gonna win?
Well, who I want to win is the Eagles. Who I think they're going to let win is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Dude, are you two women or what? Huh? You got to pick one, man. Come on, Mike.
No. I told you I want, and I'm picking the Eagles.
Okay.
I said that's what I said. I said, but they're going to let the Chiefs win.
Charles, we got
not the Bills. They're not going to let the Bills.
Their time is going on.
Well, they have already let the Bills win.
Yeah. The Bills beat the Ravens.
Yeah, they gave the Bills an opportunity.
Yeah. Listen, a woman knows what she wants. Okay,
yes,
a woman knows.
Yeah. That's right.
So Charles,
right now, Alan somewhere right now saying yes.
In Cancun, man.
In my mind. So Charles, who you gonna pick, man?
Well, I'm gonna go with the Eagles because the running back is on his birthday. He's fired up, and I don't think nobody gonna be able to stop him. I don't think the coach is gonna blow the game because I think the players gonna take this game in their own hand. I think
Vic Fangio's a good. I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt. I think you're right.
I think Jalen Hurts is gonna do his thing. He ain't gonna pay no mind to. Who's that? Opie?
Sirianni?
No. The offensive coordinator.
Oh, you're talking about
came from Dallas. Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna pay him no mind because he go pass happy. He forget all about the run in the second half. So I'm going with the Eagles.
Okay. All right, so I guess we're up to the 2 minute now, because someone's got to be a dungeon master tonight. Go ahead. Who you gonna pick? Who you gonna select? Ref.
I'm going with Utah.
Okay, 2 minute. Mm-hmm. I really think the Eagles are gonna win it. Number one, because Landon picked it. So, I mean, I'm feeling good about my pick right now. But more importantly, for the things you said, Charles, the fact of it is that the running game, I think Vic Fangio's a great defensive coordinator. And the coordinators are really going to pick it. As long as they run the ball and pass when necessary, I think they can get, because one thing about it is the Chiefs defense will fold if you keep running on them. But you got to keep running on them, and you can't let them stop you, 2 times in a row and start getting scared. You got to keep the ball rolling. But that's just my 2 cents. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so with that being said, I think the Eagles are going to, or I hope the Eagles win this Super Bowl 59, 40-31. Saquon Barkley, if I could have talked to him a couple weeks ago, I would have told him to go back in and break that record. It's a once in a lifetime type of thing. Nothing's guaranteed. I mean, hopefully he won't be hurt next season, but like Landon could probably tell you, I mean, any given day, any given Sunday, any given play, you could twist your ankle or twist your knee and be out and not be able to get back to that form again where you would have a chance to break a record like that. So I wish he would have broke that record, seriously. But he, I heard him talking to the coach, and he was really cool about it. He was like, "Nah, I want the young man to stay in." And I think I would have told him, go back in as the coach, go back in, get those 13 yards, and then we'll put the guy back in. But after that, I could care less about the Eagles for real, because I was looking for my Commanders to be there. I wanted the Cinderella story to be true. No one predicted that rookie to be that good. I also believe that Adam Peters would have probably picked some other linemen to help him had they known he was going to be that good his first year out. So hopefully there'll be a lot of guys that will pick up free agents during the off season to help him out because I think we've really found our quarterback for the next 15 years.
Well, there we go. There you have it, folks. Give us 2 minutes. We done podcast. The Cinderella slipper is off on all the people. So
you know what? You couldn't wait to say that. You know, see that. Go ahead, Charles.
He trying to shut the show off. Yeah. Don, can you tell us?
I know exactly. Thank you, Charles.
Next week, can you let us know next month what you got coming up? Again, we're gonna have a starting quarterback next week.
A new starting quarterback.
Yeah, he can't lead the team anymore.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Yeah.
You just gotta give him the protocol.
Hey, Mike, tell everybody where you're gonna be at this weekend, man.
We're still talking to Don, man. Come on.
Oh, my bad.
Are you drunk?
I got a concussion, man. I'm in the tent. Let me put myself in the tent again, man. I just got to take my helmet away.
Mike, I'm gonna tell you the secret. He's missing his wife.
That
is the key.
She been gone a couple of days.
Yeah, because he would have been in order. He'd have had us off. Everything would have been in line. Yes, indeed. She ain't in the house. She ain't in the house.
Running loose.
I'm sorry, Todd. I had to let it out of the bag.
That's true.
Oh my.
What can I say?
Okay. So what do we got going on? Next thing's coming up is we have the next comedy classes. My husband and I teach comedy classes, level 1 stand up around here, which is helping grow the community, a local community comic scene. So that starts February 12th. And then we have one of our unique events after that, which is Uncorked Laughter. It's a comedy and wine class experience at a local vineyard where the owners teach the wine class and the funny Womacks bring the laughs and drink all the wine. So
get drunk, folks.
Okay.
And then the next cool thing, because you guys know this person, is our next, we call it a FWAF show, which we have local, regional, and national touring comics on those shows. Mm-hmm. And the next one of those is on March 28th at Sipes Center in Bridgewater, Virginia. And we have Kason Wilson headlining.
Hey, Kason.
So.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And for anything else, check out the podcasts and everything else we have coming up on thefunnywomacks.com, WOM as in mom, ACKS.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Mike.
Okay, so excuse me. So January the 30th, I will be in Oxnard, California. I don't know what that is, but I guess if you do, please come out and support us. January the 30th, Oxnard, California at Levity Live. I'll be with the one and only Cheryl Underwood and my main man, Kyle Irby. And that's going to be a dynamite show. So again, it's a one night only. So get your tickets as soon as you can. That is Levity Live, January the 30th, Oxnard, California. Cheryl Underwood, Kyle Irby, and your man, Mike Washington.
Well, you got your one night stand, guys. You better show up there.
That sounds good.
Anyway, we're gonna. Can I talk now, Ralph? Am I still in the
if you say the right thing, Todd, let me see where you're going with
this. So basically, in essence, because we gotta get my man. He's the dungeon master. He's got to give him 5 minutes here.
You're really harping on that.
You know, hey, look, we had a hard stop.
Exactly.
So
I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong.
We got to
like,
get
this
back,
baby. Over here. It's gotta go.
We don't want to turn over the ball again. So give us 2 minutes. We done podcast. This is it. We love you guys.
Hold up. If you have any questions, any concerns, or how we can make this show better, where can they find us, Todd? You trying to get us off the air. Can you let people know?
You can find us on
YouTube.
Feedback? Find us on Spotify. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on basically iHeartRadio.
Where can they email us, Todd?
Oh, email us at giveus2minuteswedone@gmail.com. And that's the number 2, just like the show. Till next time, we'll see you on Give Us 2 Minutes, We Done podcast. Thank you all for coming. Love you guys. We'll have you back on again. Till next time.
All right. Thanks.